Hi all, welcome to day 8 of solving SQL 50. So, today we are solving a very interesting question that is based on joins. So, this is problem number 1581, easy marked, but it's not that actually easy. I will try my level best to explain you in simpler way. So, this is the customer who visited but did not make any transactions. This is the problem statement. So, let's see, we are given two tables, one is visits and another one is transactions. So, in the visits table we have the we have the information about the visit id and the customer, that who the customer who visited, their id as well as the customer id the visit table is storing. And another table is transactions, where we have the transaction id, the visit id and amount. So these two tables are linked via a common attribute, that is visit id. So visit id is the foreign key. So what we do is, we need to write the solution to find the IDs of the users who visited without making any transactions and number of times they made these visits. So there is so much of this, there is no sorting, there is no ordering of data. So we need to use some type of aggregation, as well as we need to use some type of grouping to get the aggregation actually. So how to tackle this type of questions? So if I show you very in a diagrammatically manner, what is happening in this is, so we have the visits table as well as we have the transactions table. So visit id is the common attribute between the visits table and the transactions table. So what am I doing is, I am just applying a left join, so that I want every visit IDs and I will check whether he has made any transaction or not. So I will apply a left join over this, over the common attribute visit id. What happens if I do a visit id, if I do a left join? So we all know what is left join. Left join keeps all the data from the left table and only the common attributes from the right table. So this is the output for left join. How to do a left join, I will even show you that. So we are making on basis of visit id, right? So let's see, one, we will check visit id 1 is available in the transaction table or not. So 1 and 1 matched, so the output will be 1 corresponding value 23, as well as 1 is present in the transaction table, so that even the transaction 12 and 910 will be printed over here. This is for the common attributes which match in both the tables. What if the entries does not match? Then if we consider the value 4, there is 4 over here but there is no 4 visit id. So actually there 4 visited, but he did not make any transaction in the transactions table. So 4 is not available over here. So if 4 is not available, what happens? So 4 and 30 will be printed as usual because they are in the left table. So the entries from the right table will be null. So this is what they have done. This is how we consider and build a left join table. Okay, we have built a left join table. Now how to tackle this question? So we have the left join. We know how to do this left join using the query. Last 2-3 videos we are doing the left join only. So how to now see the people who did not make the transaction? It is very clear, because if the transaction ID is null, those customers did not make any transaction. So I can just put a where condition where the transaction ID is null. I will get the customer IDs, but there is somewhat aggregation. How aggregation is? We need the customer IDs as well as their count, how many times did they visited. For that I can just use group by. So the first null is over here. The customer ID is 30, the second is 96 and 54. So these are the number of customer IDs who did not make any transaction. Those are 30, 96 and 54. Based on this I need to make count. Count is 30 visited only once, 54 only, no 54 not, 96 is visited once and 54 visited twice and did not make any transaction. So I can just print 31 and 54 is 2 and 96 is 1. This might be the order. This is how we do this question. Now let's do in the coding. So we want select what we need to print, one is customer ID. So we will print the customer ID comma count underscore no underscore trans. This is something alias, just keep aside. There will be some count logic over here. We need to count something. And next we need to do the alias thing as count this, and from visits v left join on transactions t on v dot visit underscore id equal to t dot visit underscore id. This gives us left join, but there is something else. Now we need to put a where condition, right? Where t dot transaction underscore id is null. We want only those records where transaction id is null, and we are grouping by based on the customer underscore id. Now let's just customer id is present over v, so let's write customer id, v dot customer id, as well as and t dot transaction id, and customer id here also it is in visits table. So we will just count the number of visits. We can count v dot visit underscore id, which will give the count. So let's run the code and see whether it is working as per our logic or not. So it is 100% accepted. Let's run and see. So yes, it is judging, and yeah, it got accepted. So this is somewhat tricky question where we are using joins as well as using where conditions, also using group by, somewhat of aggregation. So level by level our level of questions are increasing even here. So this is how we solve question. You just need to draw the tables and understand so that you can easily write the code. So this is about the day, and we will meet in the next day. Thank you.